What's good, everybody? It's Michael Alder here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, and I want to share with you in this video how to get the funding for large commercial flooring projects so you don't let opportunities pass by, but at the same time, you're not going to be on the hook for all the financial obligation on these projects. Now, big commercial projects, depending upon the size, you could be on the hook for anywhere from $100,000 to as much as $250,000 on the front end to float out the material, to go ahead and float the labor, to keep everything up and running, and your money might not come back to you in increments starting 90 days out. That could get a little scary when we talk about numbers like this. And if you've been following my channel, you know I stress the importance of building up your income, buying your own product and selling residential jobs. But the beauty of that in residential, there's a much higher margin and your money comes back to you the same day in most cases, but 1 to 2 weeks out on the worst case scenario. So your money turns really fast. It's low stress, very high profit. Now, commercial projects are great, as we all know, because they're low stress as far as the workability. You're not dealing with high-end product in most cases. It's cheap carpet, you slop and pop, you're getting paid good, and you're able to move fast. That's great, and you want to take advantage of that. The downside is, if you're the one on the hook buying the product and all that, it could be 90-day turnaround. A lot of times bankers hold up the money, so your 90 days could turn into 120 days. And when we're talking about floating six figures, a lot of guys on the installation side of things, they're not able to do that. And if you're on the hook for that, that's super scary. You're not gonna sleep, you're gonna worry about losing your house, not paying your bills. You guys are gonna be upset if you can't pay them. So here is how to go ahead and structure this to protect yourself and help other people get a return on their money, and everybody's going to win with this. And this actually came about because a banker that we do business with, big residential guy, he basically, all the foreclosures that his bank takes back, he reaches out to us. I've actually never met the guy in person, been doing business with him for 2 years, but we go out there, we measure it. I send him a picture of the products we're going to put in, we give him a price, everything's good. The second we're done, we take pictures of the job site, he gives me a credit card, I run his credit card, we're done. Beautiful formula. But he reached out to me today and taken over a massive portfolio from Fannie Mae, is moving all of their properties that are foreclosed on from one carpet company and giving them to him to go ahead and have his guys rehab and take over. So this is going to be a lot of money on the line, and he is actually going to float the money, and that's going to take all the stress off of my plate. But what you could do in these scenarios, if you're not floating the money and you want to bring an investor in, you can always renegotiate your labor rate. So you're not on the hook for the financial part, but you could say, look, we're going to knock all this out, but our rate is this now. And you can go ahead and do that. So let's say you, as an installer, someone comes to you and they have a 100-unit apartment building. They want you to redo it top to bottom, and it's going to be $150,000 for all the carpet to go throughout this whole building. That's a lot of scratch for a lot of people to put out there. What I would do is go to the biggest flooring distributors in your area, whoever's supplying the bulk amount of people or whoever owns the bigger franchises in your area. Say, look, I have a lead on a project. I don't want to, or I cannot float out the financial part of this. I want all the labor of it. Going rate in our area is $350. I want $450 on this project, but I'm going to introduce you to the big fish that has it. You guys can go ahead, work the numbers, work the contracts. I'm paid weekly at this rate, and we're going to knock it out, and everything's good, and you can make your 13 to 20% on your money on the back end, and that's all you have to do. So you could still win at these, and if you got big balls and you want to throw 100 grand down on the line, go for it. For me personally, I don't like that level of risk of floating my money out 90 plus days and having that much of it stretched out. I love the residential side. Put a couple thousand here, a couple thousand there, 5,000 there, and boom, boom, boom. It keeps coming back with more money, friends, as Mr. Wonderful says on Shark Tank. It's fast, it's easy, it's efficient, and it's low risk. These commercial projects, you could throw a whole lot into the game, and if someone just pulls the plug on you, you're in court and you're fighting it out. They can file bankruptcy against you, and you are in a lot of trouble. So as a recap, don't let these big projects pass you by if they come to you. Go ahead and lock them up. Bring in your investor, and in most cases you want an investor from the industry already so they understand how to put the contract together, float the money, and take care of you. Whatever the going rate is in your area, negotiate your finder's fee is going to be a bumped up rate. So if you're getting $3.50 in your neighborhood, now you're getting $4, $4.50, whatever the case is. Don't get greedy. There's got to be enough meat on the bone for everybody, but certainly a referral fee built into your labor rate is not out of line at all. Negotiate the labor rate, bring in your distributor, the big carpet guy that owns all the franchises in your neighborhood, whoever the big fish is that understands the industry, introduce them to the individual that's running the project. They handle all the contracts. You're paid weekly. You have a great worry-free project on your hands that's going to keep you busy, and then in the evenings you could still do all your side hustles, selling carpet, doing repair work to really boost your income. It's a win-win across the board. So next time these projects come up, go ahead and take advantage of this strategy. Comment below if you've ever either done this strategy or if you floated one out and got totally screwed on your money before, or if you've had a great experience. I'd love to hear all of it. Maybe we'll shoot a follow-up video sharing some experiences. I've done some different projects everywhere from Ohio to PA to Southern Ohio to Southern California even, floating out these projects. So I have some experience with it and a lot of laughs along the way as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you on the next video.